On August 11, 2017, nearly 1,000 persons of European descent marched through the streets of Charlottesville, Virginia, chanting, "You will not replace us. The South will rise again," and a plethora of other ominous refrains. Their discourse was meant to menace an emerging non-white population within an empire whose first act of business in 1790 was to grant citizenship to white persons with, quote, "good moral character," end quote, who have resided in the United States for at least 2 years. The Southern Poverty Law Center issued an unqualified condemnation of the neo-Confederate rhetoric of the Unite the Right rally, which framed immigration and multiculturalism as tools of an impending white genocide. Journalists typically fought the modern white nationalist movement for introducing this strand of white supremacist mythology into mainstream political discourse. Political scientist Priya Dishit explains that the Great Replacement Conspiracy, as she calls it, has certain immutable features. The Great Replacement Conspiracy is premised on an abiding sense of racial victimhood, patriarchal notions of white female vulnerability, and it constructs white manhood as the ideal personification of masculinity. Immigrants are not the only menacing population. Black people are also constituted as, quote, "an existential threat to whiteness." Deshit's analysis is apropos for beginning to understand the racial logics of the Great Replacement Conspiracy. But I contend that the roots of the white genocide myth lie in colonial narratives of European empires faced with the existential threat that anti-slavery insurrections posed to white elites. Nonetheless, I am interested in addressing this myth by looking at the poetry of Gabriel de la Concepción Valdés in 19th century Cuban slave society rather than the United States in 21st century.